Hello, I'm Katrina. Welcome to day 3 of the 21-day challenge. 21 minutes a day for 21 days, where we focus on making little changes to feel better and live bigger. As always, do what feels right in your body, never pushing to the point of pain. Always work with your abilities. Make sure you have water. You might get thirsty. Time to set the timer. Today, I'm sitting on a rolled up blanket. You can go ahead and stretch your legs straight out in front of you. And just rest your hands on your thighs. Relax your shoulders. You can even close your eyes. No worries about falling over here. Now turn your palms up. Just let your fingers feel heavy. Hands resting heavily on your thighs. Feel that weight creeping up your arms and the weight of your arms tugging your shoulders down away from your ears. Take a moment here to just lift the crown of your head up towards the ceiling so you feel like you're sitting really tall. Bring your hands to your belly and deliberately expand through the belly with the breath in. Really feel a deep breath. Feel your mind beginning to focus on your body and the sensations that come with your breath, the sensations that come with movement, the sensations that come with change. Now release your hands, bring them to the sides. Come really high up on your fingers. Cupcake hands. Imagine you have a tasty cupcake resting right under the palm of your hand and you do not want to squish it. You want to save it for later. Weight resting on the back of your heels. Use your fingers to push into the floor and roll the shoulders back. Now feel the heart lift and just bring your gaze upwards ever so slightly. Relax your legs. Just notice if your feet are rolling out, so the weight is on the outside of your heels. Keep your weight on the back of your heels. Soften through the shoulders, but use the traction of your fingers, the resistance of your fingers on the floor, to open up through the collarbones and the shoulders. Breathe into the front of the body. Now place the right hand flat. Shift your weight into your right hand. Take a breath in, sweep the left arm up, and reach over to the right side. Anchor the left hip till you feel a stretch. Now instead of thinking of reaching the left hand to the wall at the right, think of reaching up to the corner on the right hand side. And as the left hip stays heavy, feel the stretch from your hip all the way to your pinky on your left side. Now lift your eyes, look to the corner where your left fingers are pointing. Feel the stretch deepen. Just let the lower body feel heavy so you can stretch through the upper body and create space there. Now with your breath in, use the momentum of your breath to bring your left hand down to the mat. Plant your left hand, palm flat on the floor for support. Right arm sweeps up this time. And as you exhale, shift your weight over into your left hand, but anchor your right hip. Think of reaching your right hand up to the corner where the wall meets the ceiling. Make sure you're not rolling onto the outside of your left hip. Now lift your eyes, look up to the corner where your right fingers are pointing. Breathe. Breath in. Use the momentum of your breath to bring your right hand to the mat. All right, I'm going to turn sideways here. You can keep your blanket or your towel under your hips or come right onto the mat. It's totally up to you. Bending your knees. Anchor your hands to the back of your knees. Feet flat on the floor. Now lift yourself really tall. Feel the weight rolling onto your sits bones. Back really flat here. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, round through the back. Keep your hands anchored on the backs of your thighs. Feel your shoulder blades spread wide and tuck your chin towards your chest. As you inhale, lift yourself tall. Feel the shoulder blades squeezing in. Exhale, leaning back. Rounding through the shoulders, rolling onto the sacrum here as the chin tucks towards the chest. One more time. Lift tall. And then exhaling. Right? There's no rush for your breath. Take your time. And then linger in this little stretch here for a moment. It just feels so good. Bring yourself back up tall. Both legs straight out in front here. Bring your feet as wide as your yoga mat. So you can just feel the edge, each edge of the mat under each heel. Sitting tall once again. Turn to your right foot. So turn through the rib cage and shoulders so you're looking straight at your right big toe. Right hand beside your hip. As you take a breath in, sweep the left arm up. Lift yourself really tall and long. And as you exhale, bow forward. Bring your left hand to your shin, just below your knee, and kind of wrap your left fingers around the outside of your right calf. Look beyond your right toes now. Take a breath. And as you exhale, just think of bringing your rib cage towards your right thigh, not your forehead towards your right knee. We want to squeeze the space so we're working on the hip joint rather than rounding through the spine. Now place your left hand to the inside of your right leg, right hand to the outside of your right leg. You can be up on your fingertips if that gives you a little more room. Take a breath. And as you exhale, once again, sink your rib cage towards your right thigh. Don't force it, just let gravity do the work here. Working with the hip joint rather than rounding through the shoulders. Now without changing anything from the tailbone to the shoulders, just slowly squeeze your chin in towards your chest. Just slowly. So you're aware of every sensation as the back of the neck stretches. Think of drawing your chin towards your collarbones rather than towards your chest. And tucking it in. Ooh, wow, that's quite a stretch there. Keep the shoulders broad. Use the full length of the arms to support the upper body. So it's about the stretch here in this pose, not the strength. Now lift your chin away from your chest. Feel your ears come back into line with your shoulders. Now walk your hands towards you as you slowly bring yourself up. Bring yourself to center. Place your hands behind you. Cupcake hands again, thumbs turned towards your hips, elbows bent. Now lean back, softening the elbows a little bit more. Now adjust your feet. You want to feel the weight in the back of your heels once again, but to let your legs feel heavy. Use your fingers to pull the fronts of the shoulders open, sink into the elbows. Now bring your eyes up towards the corner where the wall meets the ceiling. Now lift through the sternum, deepening the stretch. Breathe. Relax through the chin, relax the arms. Bring shoulders back over top of the hips. Now turn, rotate through the rib cage and shoulders so you're looking right at your left toe. Left hand beside your hip for support. Use the length and strength of the left arm to keep the upper body really long. Now inhale, right arm sweeps up. Right side of the body as long as possible. And as you exhale, hinge forward. Bringing your right hand to your left shin just below your knee. Wrapping your right fingers to the outside of your left calf. Take a breath. Look beyond your toes. And as you exhale, think about squeezing your rib cage towards your thigh. Pause. Feel the stretch there. All kinds of sensations happening here. Now release your right hand, bring it to the inside of your left leg. Left hand comes to the outside of your left leg. You can be up on your fingertips if that gives you a little more room. Take another breath. Keep your eyes forward, and as you exhale, once again, sink your rib cage towards your left thigh. Working on the hip joint and the range of motion here. Without changing anything from your tailbone to just between the shoulders. Slowly draw your chin in towards your collarbones, tucking your chin in. Slow enough to feel the steady sensation as the stretch reaches down the back of your neck and between your shoulders. Your chin doesn't need to touch your collarbones. You just need to tuck your chin enough to feel the stretch, to feel change happening in your body. And then breathe into it. Lift your chin, bringing your ears back into line with your shoulders. Walk your hands towards you as you slowly bring yourself out of this forward fold. And back to center. Bring your feet together. Bend your knees, feet flat on the floor. Now deepening this stretch, repeating this cat-cow modification we did a moment ago. This time extending the spine. So extension means creating some curve in the back of the body. So as you inhale, lift the eyes, roll onto your sit bones beneath you, bring your gaze up. Exhale, chin tucks towards the chest, shoulder blades spread wide, belly button pulls into the spine as you roll onto the sacrum. Slowly, deliberately, inhale, lifting, extending the spine, bringing the gaze upwards. Exhale, rolling through the back, chin towards the chest. One more time. This time, roll all the way down. Coming all the way down. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. So once again, we feel really open through the fronts of the shoulders and the collarbones. Cross your right ankle to your left knee. Spread your toes on your right foot. That helps engage the ankle and keep the ankles and knee safe. Now just take your hands and reach behind your left thigh. You can weave your fingers together and just bring your left knee close enough so you can feel the stretch in the outside of the right hip. Breathe through the stretch. Keep the hips heavy. Try not to roll the hips towards you. Keep the hips heavy so the upper body stays long and the stretch is happening through the right thigh only. Feel the heaviness in the back of the head, the heaviness through the shoulders, the heaviness through the hips. Feels wonderful. And release. Now left ankle comes to the right knee. Spread your toes on your left foot to keep your ankle and your knee safe. Hands reach behind your right thigh. Bringing your right knee close enough just so you feel the stretch in the outer left thigh. And refocus on the weight in the back of your head, shoulders, back of the hips. Just feels so good to stretch, to breathe, just to be on the yoga mat. Release. Now bring both knees in towards the chest. Just hold the backs of your knees with each hand and just squeeze in. As you take a breath in, just release your grip, let your legs feel heavy. And as you exhale, squeeze the legs in towards you. Kind of use your thighs to help push an extra little bit of breath out to make more room for the next breath. As you inhale, relax the legs. And as you exhale, just squeeze in. Let's do that one more time. And release. Now stretch your legs out. Bring your hands to your sides. Once again, rolling your shoulder blades under. And close your eyes. Breathe. With each exhalation, allow a release into the earth, the support below. Remind yourself you're completely safe. You don't need to hold on to anything here. Let go of your breath, let go of your body, and just sink in. We'll take one more breath. Bring some movement to your fingers and toes, arms and legs. Just bend your knees one at a time, placing your feet on the floor. And gently roll onto your right side. Use your right arm to support your head and neck. We're going to stay here for one more breath. And then press up. Feel free to sit on your blanket, your towel once again. And go ahead and cross your legs. As you inhale, sweep your arms up. As you exhale, bring your hands forward. Cupcake hands once again, landing on your fingertips, and just gently ease forward. Look beyond your mat. Don't look down at your fingers. Stay long through the upper body. Focus on the sensations in the lower body. And press up. Now switch your legs so the other leg is in front. If you had your legs straight out in front, that's fine too. We're just going to repeat the stretch. A breath in, sweeping the arms up. As you exhale, hands come forward, fingertips to the mat, and ease yourself forward. Notice how it feels different this time. If you have the other leg in front, that is. Staying long through the upper body, connecting to all the sensations in the lower body. Press up. Sitting tall. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Bringing hands together overhead. Let the hands float down, palm pressing to palm. Release. One more breath. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Hands coming together and floating down. Hands resting in front of heart center. You can go ahead and close your eyes, bringing your gaze downward. Let's send a blessing out to the universe. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be loved. And may all beings be at peace. Thank you so much for making time for yourself today. Until next time, namaste.